your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this morning's daily word is about guidance, and sometimes I have insisted on figuring things out for myself rather than asking for anyone's help. Over the years, I have learned the value of asking for guidance and sharing what I've learned when others ask me. As we exchange ideas, we may tap into a higher wisdom that had not been apparent to either of us alone. The higher wisdom is not outside myself. It is a still, small voice, mine to call upon at any time. I am always able to ask for guidance to show me the way forward. I access my inner guidance by opening my mind and heart in prayer. Then I watch and listen, remembering that the divine guidance may come in a familiar way or perhaps in an unexpected way that will surprise and delight me. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Isaiah 55:9. Now, if you'll say with me 3 times, I open my mind and heart to receive my guidance. I open my mind and heart to receive my guidance. I open my mind and heart to receive my guidance. I open my mind and heart to receive my guidance.
Invite Jonas this time.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of peace. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Beautiful. Now, if you'll just join me in our opening prayer. We start with gratitude and thank you for this moment, for the moments leading up to this moment, some of which were very difficult, some of which flowed through with ease. But in the end, we are here together in this moment, whether online or in this comfortable sanctuary where we do find that safety net to keep us together when we just feel like falling apart. Thank you for all of the energy that is brought here today, and may we open up our hearts and our minds and our hands as we pay attention in this moment and receive the transformation that is ours to receive so that we may go and transform the world. And so it is.
And now let us share our Metro Richmond prayer together. We pray for schools and educational institutions of metropolitan Richmond, for all public, private, and religious schools, for students, teachers, and support personnel, including cafeteria workers, building and ground staff, and school bus drivers, for all preschools and daycare centers, and for children in the home schools. And now we'll say our Unity of Richmond prayer together. Unity of Richmond is a resilient, thriving, healthy spiritual community that is consistently aware of God as source of unlimited substance and supply from all streams of life. New channels of prosperity are opening and flowing to and through and as us to fulfill our mission and purpose. And so it is. Amen. And now, just please take advantage of our after the service prayer chaplain service. They'll be available up front. Our prayer box is open for prayers, and we'll go out to the prayer team. And now I have a special announcement. We want to honor our friends Audrey Freeman Jacobs and Michael Good. We have some services, memorial services coming up. And out in the lobby, we have some baskets for you to put your remembrances. A basket for remembrances for Audrey. His service is on Saturday, September 25th via Zoom. And a service on the 26th at 4 p.m. for Michael. So do fill out those remembrances. You can do it here with those papers out in the lobby, or there is a way to do it online by checking the link in our weekly newsletter.
All right, so we do have opportunities for transformation beyond this service. The first one being meditation live stream on Wednesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for those that are watching in not Eastern time zone. You just join us on Facebook at Unity Richmond, and this week we have Reverend Valerie who will be delivering meditation on September 8th at Unity Online. Actually, that was last week, sorry. All right, so next up, Town Hall meeting is next Sunday, September 19th. The potluck lunch with Reverend Valerie immediately following the 11 a.m. service. So after the service, please feel free to bring your favorite side dish or dessert. The meeting will be held after lunch in the sanctuary right back here or live on Facebook. There is a healing crystal bowl meditation that is led by Science of Mind Reverend Vicky Cantelmo, who's a Reiki master. You can join us here Friday, September 24th at 6:30 p.m. And there is a love offering accepted. The virtual conference for the Unity Eastern Region is, the fall conference, is coming up September 26th through October 1st. There is opportunities for you to join the whole thing or individual sessions. You can join us in creating a world that truly works for all. You do not have to sign up for the whole conference. There are some scholarships. If you're interested, just contact the church office for details. Gala dinner, come and mingle with Station Mania, Saturday, October 16th, 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. This is hosted by our Hess family with supporting hosts Reverend Peggy White and Ronnie Russell. It is $30 per person. There is limited seating, so sign up in the gathering space soon. All right. If you ever wanted to paint like Van Gogh, Susan will come and help you do that. You can paint your own interpretation of the Starry Night and be open to amaze yourself, so you do not have to have it look like Mr. Van Gogh. Saturday, October 30th, 6 p.m. to 9 at Unity. The cost is $29. There is limited seating, and you can sign up in the gathering space. Alrighty, and I'll go ahead and do the affirmation next. So say with me together, Unity of Richmond is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us. And with God as our source, we accomplish mighty works together.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very excited about this morning musically. We have a guest artist. You might have seen her before during our Juneteenth celebration. I would like to welcome to stage Miss Jarifa Fleming.
Good morning, everyone. It's time to say goodbye for now. We'll have our second time around. But before we go, there's something I'd like to say. Everything's not what it seems. There's a stronger force behind the scenes. It's in our life every day. It's right there when you call. In Him is where my strength lies. I lift my eyes beyond the skies. Only He can save my life, and only He can hear my cry. I want to thank you, God, for giving me one more chance. Raise my voice and to sing your praise. I sing out loud, I sing it all day. This song is my prayer I give to only you. I know it can't compare to the gift from you. You gave me your love. You gave me your son. Life every day, some things don't go our way, but to be without is not His will. There's cattle on 1,000 hills and they're all yours to claim. Just claim them in His holy name. See, you don't have to beg and crawl, no. He'll see you standing proud and tall. He'll give you everlasting love. Just come to Him as you are. I want to thank you, God, for giving me one more chance to raise my voice and sing your praise. I sing out loud, I sing it all day. This song is my prayer I give to only you. And no one can compare to the gift from you. You gave me your love. You gave us your son. Now I say amen. I love you, Jesus. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian and Forrest, our music team today. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm just going to do one little thing here that I need to prepare for my part of my sermon today. Yes, thank you. Well, good morning, Unity of Richmond. I'm here today to talk to you about the art and practice of revolutionary love. Now, I would like to share, before I dive in, why this is so important to me. I've been prompted by the events resulting in the deaths of Black and brown people, mass incarcerations, and the disparities of opportunity caused by institutional racism and all isms. I have grieved, I have been sad, I have been angry, and I am motivated. Because I value the human dignity and the sacred worth of every human being. And I know that not all are valued as such. And I am committed to being a part of the solution. I've not always been awake, but now that I am, I'm ready to take on our fifth unity principle, which is to take action, to be the change we wish to see. My journey has led me to taking a study of dismantling racism to practicing unitive justice circle facilitation, and most recently, the study of a 10-week book study of a book called See No Stranger, a memoir and manifesto of revolutionary love. And that is by Valerie Kaur. Now, Valerie Kaur is speaking as a keynote at our Eastern Region Conference coming up, so I highly recommend that if you aren't attending the whole conference, that you sign up for that little piece. It's Tuesday night, September, I believe it's the 28th. Today I'm going to speak on what I have gleaned from her work and about the different directions of revolutionary love on the revolutionary love compass. There are 3 directions on that compass. One direction is loving others. Another is loving ourselves. And the third is loving our opponents. So I'll review the 3 steps of loving others today. Valerie Kaur is a renowned Sikh activist, a filmmaker, a civil rights lawyer, who declares, quote, "Revolutionary love as a call of our time, a radical and joyful practice that extends in all directions, to others, to ourselves, and to our opponents." She completed her book during the COVID-19 lockdown of 2020, but her work began when she was a junior at Stanford University, where she was part of a project that documented survivors and descendants on multiple sides of conflict. She had proposed for her honors thesis to document the oral histories of the Sikh, Muslim, and Hindu people that had survived the 1947 massacres of the 1947 partition of India with Pakistan. However, she was about to depart and 9/11 happened, which we just commemorated 20 years yesterday. She wasn't allowed to travel. In fact, they wouldn't allow her to do her project and go over and travel outside the country. So she reworked her project, and instead, because of what happened after 9/11 to Sikh, Muslim, and Hindus in America, the violence that took place in America, she began documenting that. And it was all because of the color of their skin and the clothes that they wore, resembling Osama bin Laden. So she likes the process of revolutionary love, this whole process like giving birth. As you know, as I just said, she was about to have her second child when she finished the book. But she likens that process to giving birth, which will bring us to my first slide today. So what is revolutionary love? Kaur states that love is a form of sweet labor, fierce, bloody, imperfect, and life-giving. A choice we make over and over again. Love can be modeled and taught. Revolutionary love is the choice to enter into labor for others, for our opponents, and for ourselves in order to transform the world around us. It is complex and messy, tumultuous and revelatory, marked by wonder and worth it. The work of revolutionary love is intertwined with social justice. Today, I'm addressing the loving of others part of the compass, and in the next 2 weeks, I'll speak to the other 2, that of loving ourselves and loving our opponents. So the state of loving others is to see no stranger, the title of her book. Sikhism teaches to look at others and say this little prayer: "You are a part of me I do not yet know." To look at others and say that. You are a part of me I do not yet know, even if I think I know you. The first step to loving others is wonder, and wonder is the starting place for transforming the world. So what is it to wonder? Wonder is openness, curiosity, awe. We can wonder about the nature of the divine. We can wonder about the divinity in each other, such as the song that we just sang, You Are the Face of God. We can wonder about all that is, ultimate reality, divine mind. In his poem, Auguries of Innocence, William Blake addresses wonder. The poem, in its entirety, is about wonder and awe juxtaposed against everything that contradicts that wonder. The inhumanity to humankind that results from our disconnection with wonder. To see the world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower. To hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Now, our co-founder, Myrtle Fillmore, wrote about the wonder she experienced in nature, especially when she was at an outdoor church revival meeting. When she was outdoors, she really felt this sense of wonder and connection with everything. This account is documented in A History of Unity by James Dillett Freeman. Wonder is the result of mystical union. Wonder is the curiosity about how another human being has come to think and believe and experience life the way they do. It's a curiosity to see that divinity within them no matter how they show up. To wonder is to come to the circle and talk and share our ideas and thoughts with mutual respect and empathy. So when we wonder, there is no judgment. It's just curiosity. It's a respect and empathy. When we see someone as our opponent or our enemy, then our tendency is to fight, to flee, or freeze. And this will take the form of confrontation, avoidance, or placation. These are the behaviors that happen when we are in the state of not being in wonder. And especially we get triggered when somebody shows their concern or disappointment or anger or even rage. So to wonder means being open to listening and embrace our common humanity. Author Stephen Covey tells a story in his book, 7 Habits for Effective Living, about a time he was traveling on a Manhattan train with a man and his 2 young children. It appeared the man wasn't watching his children at all, and when Stephen inquired of the man what was going on, the man just broke down and he said, "I'm sorry, I just came from the hospital. My wife just died, and I just don't know what I'm going to do, and I don't know how I'm going to tell my children." So if we have a sense of wonder before, in the place of going to judgment, which we can tend to do, of course, then if we have that sense of wonder, then we can see and hear that which is not spoken, perhaps. And we can have and show empathy. So there's a song that I learned in my earlier years of our college days that is about wondering. It's called Someone Else's Eyes. And while I sing it for you now, I would like you to take a deep breath and relax and meditate the lyrics of the song. If I were looking through your eyes, I wonder what I'd see. Would I see your good and your bad? Would I taste the sweet and the sad? Would I understand you better if I could see what you see? If you were looking through my eyes, I wonder how you'd feel. Would you ever be afraid and hide behind the walls that I've made? Would you understand it better if you could see the things I see? 'Cause there's magic in the moment when someone understands somebody else. Let's sit right down and talk about it, wearing no disguise. 'Cause everything looks different, sharing someone else's eyes. If we could look out on this world together, feel it turn, seeing it your way and mine, it only costs a little time. Maybe we'd understand it better, sharing someone else's eyes. So let's sit right down and talk about it, wearing no disguise. 'Cause everything looks different, sharing someone else's eyes. If I were looking through your eyes, I wonder what I'd see. Thank you. So I'd like to go over the 3 steps. We just went over wonder, wonder being that first step of loving others. And now we turn to the second step of loving others, which is grief. When we share grief with others or grieve together, it is sharing that path without trying to erase or minimize it. Now, there's a beautiful ritual or practice that the Jewish faith has of sitting Shiva with those who are mourning. For 7 days, the family members gather together in the home of the deceased or the home of the mourners, and they mourn the loss together. And they don't talk and have conversation, they just sit with each other. So that's a pretty powerful practice. It's a good thing to practice. I know we tend to just rush to want to bring food, right? But just being with in some way is a powerful way of loving others. So we intend to start a grief group here, so stay tuned. The third step of loving others is fight. Now let me explain that. The author, Valerie Kaur, says this: fighting with revolutionary love requires understanding and building collective power. And when we fight with revolutionary love, we ask ourselves what we are able to create for and with one another. So it's not just fighting against, it's actually what are we for? Now, Martin Luther King also said these words: power without love is reckless and abusive, and love without power is anemic. Power at its best is love implementing the demands of justice, and justice its best is the power correcting everything that stands against love. So we fight or stand for justice nonviolently to transform the institutions and cultures and systems of inequality. Last year, our entire country grieved together, stood together for justice and change, systemic change, after the death of George Floyd. And as a result of people standing together, institutions and policies have been examined. Change is occurring, albeit slowly. And I believe the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue is a result of the collective stance against a symbol of intimidation and oppression against African Americans during the Jim Crow era. So I pray with its removal that it is replaced with something that represents wonder, love, and unity. So again, now you might say that isn't fighting resistance. Doesn't that go against our unity principles? Now in our class discussion in this book, believe me, we had quite a discussion about that. Several people expressing, yeah, I don't like the word fight. But what the author is referring to is metaphorical fight, a sword and a shield, where the sword is our word and our shield is love. It's standing together to end the harm that was done to people, to all people, black, brown, LGBTQ, and differently able, to create a world that affords equal opportunities for everyone. Revolutionary love changes the world when we stand in solidarity for our common values. As Core says, revolutionary love is complex and messy and tumultuous and revelatory, marked by wonder and worth it. Just like giving birth, whether it be to a human being or giving birth to a business or a creative project. We don't go through all of that if it isn't worth it. In our unity teachings, we use our power of renunciation to say no to the untruths, to the falsehoods that are our barriers to our oneness. With revolutionary love, we stand in our affirmation of truth. So when we see something, we say something, and we take action, and we do it together. To recap, those 3 steps of revolutionary love are: 1, to wonder, be curious, return to innocent mind, and affirm to others, you are a part of me I do not yet know. The second is to acknowledge and share our grief together as a sacred witness and share the burden. And the third is to fight, to use our power to correct everything that stands against love. Now I leave you with this Sikh scripture. I have forgotten my envy of others, and I found my sacred company. I see no enemy. I see no stranger. All of us belong to each other. What the divine does, I accept as good. I have received this wisdom from the holy. The one pervades all. Gazing upon the one, beholding the one, you and I blossom forth in happiness. So let's not shy away, friends, from the stand against systemic racism and all isms that diminish the sacred worth of all people. Systemic racism is a legacy, and we have all inherited it. There is a call for revolutionary love to end all of the isms. There's work to do, and it starts right here at Unity of Richmond. So it's my vision. Oh, and by the way, we have to go through and have sometimes very uncomfortable conversations in order to move through those stages of labor, right? But courageous conversations. And the discomfort is like a grain of sand that is in an oyster, that until and eventually that pearl of great price appears. So I invite you to join me in this effort of revolutionary love to create a revolutionary culture change with our shared values of equality, inclusivity, and inclusion. And it is my vision to bring reconciliation where there's conflict, and the road to reconciliation is a process. It's my intention to adopt the reconciliation process of unitive dialogue for peacemaking and community building, to have unitive circles, unitive dialogues within our walls as well as outside our walls. For example, we have received a letter, a correspondence letter, or a request for correspondence from an incarcerated man who would like to know more about unity and is asking for those, that correspondence. As a ministry, how can we reach out to love this man? What we will gain as we are revolutionary lovers together is the wonder and the joy in the process. Will be the change that we wish to see, and our membership will expand, our church will be bustling with activity, our finances will be in the black with money to spare and to share. I invite you to join me in this vision. Who will join me? Thank you. Namaste. So let us prepare now for meditation. So we breathe in and we breathe out. We're just aware of this life-giving breath that revitalizes and harmonizes, cleanses every cell and muscle and organ and tissue of the body. We breathe into that inner sanctuary of love and peace and wonder. How do you connect with your sense of wonder? What are the ways? And if you haven't been connecting with your sense of wonder lately, then I invite you to do so now in this meditation. And to recommit to take the time to wonder, to be curious, to open the mind, to release and let go of all judgment of self or others, to be empty and open, to see, feel, or sense that presence of the divine in each and every soul, including yourself. I am the face of God. You are the face of God. We are the face of God, of love, of peace. And so now we just take this wondering into our consciousness. You are a part of me I do not yet know. Are there people in your life that you could say this to in your inner prayer time? Wonder about that sacred presence which is within yourself. Claim your oneness as an expression of all that is, divine source. We give thanks for this time together now, and as we come to a close, we just take a deep breath or two and let it go. Come back into the awareness of your seat, your feet on the floor, and when you're ready, you may open your eyes. And so it is. All right, it's time for us to prepare for our prosperity blessing and our gratitude for our team here today, our village that's here today, providing such beautiful service, our music team, Ian, our music director, Forrest, who's playing drums today, Jarifa Fleming, Rich and Corey, Natasha in the back, and Kristen, and Deb, and Kara. Thank you. And so as we prepare our offerings together then, let us say our prosperity blessing together. Divine love, expressing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful.
share of life's ups and downs, but fate's been kind. The down have been few. I guess you could say that I've been lucky. I guess you could say that it's all because of you. If anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason there might be, ooh, you'll be there between each line of pain and glory, 'cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I know you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Well, there have been times when times were hard, but I always knew somehow we'd make it. We made it through. Oh, when every moment that I've been hurting, those were the moments that I've spent just loving you. Well, anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason there might be, ooh, you'll be there between each line of pain and glory, 'cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I know you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I know you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jarifa and music team. And so we bless these ties. We give thanks for your generosity. And we see this going forth to transform our lives and transform the world, to do the mission and vision of Unity of Richmond. And I want to personally thank you because I put out a fundraiser for birthday for Unity of Richmond about a week ago, and we've raised $685 which will go toward covering the deductible for our flood that we had a couple months ago downstairs, as well as some fire inspection improvements that we have quite a large bill of. So thank you for your generosity. Bless you. Kara.
We can all bless the gifts together just to give extra gratitude. We give thanks for the gifts that support our mission of creating a spiritually awakened world. All right, and there's one other thing I have to do before. It's transition time. We're all having grace as we move through the transition. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, so together we will do a prayer of protection, and I have a safety measure I think I'm going to do right before that, just since we all run right into it. So we are so excited to be back together, and we intend to keep everyone healthy and well in support of each other and our loved ones, please refrain from holding hands for the peace song until the positivity rate decreases. Instead, send your positive energy out with your hands. All right, so now we can go back to the prayer of protection. Sorry, I messed it up in the back. God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
This be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy.